There are no incurable diseases, only a lack of will. There are no worthless herbs, only a lack of knowledge. What is my plan for healing these tumors? I have 2 tumors, I was saying, and I feel like tumors and cancer in general, it's a metabolic problem. I feel like it's a problem that is strongly associated with toxins. I plan on doing things that detoxify my body. Things like going to the sauna, things like eating a clean diet, a diet that I can digest, that doesn't cause toxicity in my body. Me knowing myself, things like bread, sugar, rice, basically like the things outside of the keto diet are not easy to digest. I get bloated. It changes my mood. It can affect my sleep. Some of it is maybe, I don't know exactly. Maybe it's my blood type. Maybe it's digestive problems, IBS I've had in the past. But I feel like majorly it's because of these tumors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to implement as best I can a diet by this Dr. Zofia Clements. She kind of coined the phrase paleo-ketogenic diet. I've watched a lot of her videos and actually paid for a kind of instruction guide a little bit on how to do her diet. I'm going to be measuring all my food in grams and pre-packaging them so they're ready to go. Easy to cook, not that time consuming. The diet is, you can look it up. There's lots of videos on YouTube with her speaking, but it's basically like a 2-to-1 fat to protein ratio. So I'm going to be having only animal foods. And it's going to be including a fair deal of organs, especially liver, especially brain. Right now I'm born and raised in Vancouver, but right now I'm here in Armenia, and it's easy to get these things. Like in Canada, you can't just go find beef brain anywhere. So, or pretty much I couldn't find it out there. But these things are very nutritious. So with her mentality or her technique, people at least get a complete stop in tumor growth. And it's the type of food that doesn't feed tumors. Because it's very, many people think that tumors feed off sugar. Now, there's probably lots of different ways to, or at least a few main ways of healing tumors and cancers that I've heard about at least. But I'm choosing to go down this path. She has clinical data related to incurable brain tumors, and I believe some have shrunk. Definitely, from what I know, none of them have grown. So my first move there is to implement the diet. Even my doctors here has told me that weight loss is really important in relation to this, and lowering stress, and doing this diet just feels like the right thing to do. I don't get stressed as often either on this diet. So yeah, I'm going to do the diet. I'm going to do meditation twice a day. I'm going to do saunas. I'm going to shoot for doing it once every 2 days. And when I do the sauna, I'm going to be doing cold showers right after. Hopefully I'll be going to a place where they have ice. So stressing the body, from what I know, is for short periods of time is very good. And I'll include exercise as well, daily exercise. I'm going to do anaerobic exercise. So my body's going to be not starved of oxygen. I don't want the type of, from what I understand, that type of stress is not good for the body. You need short and really exert yourself. That type of exercise, I think is good for muscle growth, and also it's good for what I think it's good for my health problem. I have to focus on getting back to a normal circadian rhythm. So at first it's probably going to be a bit difficult, but hopefully through a healthy diet and lifestyle, I can get back into sleeping at a normal time. I do smoke cigarettes. So, I love to smoke. Hopefully I can cure this while smoking, but I have a feeling I'll have to stop at some point. We'll see how the results are. But I know that, for example, I could quit smoking cigarettes, and if my diet doesn't change, if I don't do exercise, if I don't sleep right, smoking cigarettes is just going to be like a drop in the bucket. It's not going to be, or not smoking cigarettes will just be like a drop in the bucket. The main benefit, I feel, is through diet and lifestyle changes. So that's my plan A. My plan A is to make these changes and get retested by the doctor. Plan B is to use the Bob Beck protocol. I've known about it for about 9 or 10 years. I didn't do it then because I didn't know I have a tumor. I thought it was an infection in the past. I thought my problem was related to some kind of a hidden infection because I've had that problem and I've fixed that problem in the past. But now that I know it's a tumor, the Bob Beck protocol, they're not allowed to make any claims or whatever, but there's lots of testimonials. People have cured tumors with the Bob Beck protocol. And not only that, it's supposed to clear your body of infections, it's supposed to clear your body of parasites and funguses, and there's blood electrification, and then there's the drinking of colloidal silver, there's the magnetic pulsar, and then there's the ozone water. So listen, again, I'll say it. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an expert at all. I'm just a normal person going based on my intuition and my knowledge. So, or what I think is useful knowledge. We'll see. I'm going to be recording everything, and I'm going to be honest with you guys as much as possible. Plan C is something called the multiple wave oscillator. I tried to make one about 8 years ago. It was almost like some kind of intuition that I had, some kind of unconscious drive to make this machine. The machine is supposed to be for curing cancers. I didn't think I had any tumor or cancers, but I was making it just kind of as a hobby. I had not an electrical engineer, but he's a very smart man with electronics. And I have the schematics on how to make it. I joined the community. It's a community that there's electrical engineers, and they reversed engineered one of these machines. The machine was made by someone called Georges Lakowski, like almost about 100 years ago. And making this machine, the guy I hired to make it, he kind of got into drugs, and then he still owes me money, and the machine wasn't finished. But we were almost done making the machine. And now if I'm going to hopefully not reach that plan C, but if I have a feeling eventually I'll make this machine, and not make it, but buy it. This time I'm just going to buy it. It's going to be very expensive. Hopefully within this next year I'll be able to get the money together. I think it's over 10,000 euros. So by then, I plan on plan A and B, or plan A or B working, and being rid of these tumors. But I feel like using that machine is going to provide some extra health benefits. So that's my plan of attack. Next step is doing it. And right now I'm going to go and make my first meal. First diet meal. I haven't eaten anything all day. It's about 8 p.m. The last meal I had was yesterday at 4 a.m. It's going to be, right now I'm going to go cook some lamb or beef heart, and I'm going to cook some beef with it and a good deal of lamb fat. I might crack a few eggs in there too, but I'll keep you guys posted on what I'm doing and then the results. Hope for the best. I'm back, finished my meal, and it tasted a lot better than I thought. I've actually cooked it pretty well, didn't overcook it, didn't undercook it, it was just right. It may be for someone that's the first time having a meal with this much fat, it takes some getting used to, but I've had it before, so This is actually pretty tasty in comparison. And of course I use salt. Salt is allowed on the diet. I use as much salt as I want. I don't think there's any problem with that. And this is what the plate looks like when you eat all that fat. There you go. There is like hardly anything left on there. So that's my first meal of day one. This is going to be my only meal of the day, but I plan on eating 2 meals a day. So ideally 1 in the morning, and either exercise before that meal or exercise before the second meal in the evening. And I also plan on doing dry fasting. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but I plan on doing dry fasting for 24 hours once a week to trigger autophagy. From what I know currently, that's very good for healing tumors. So if anything changes, I'll let you guys know. Bye for now.